When Melania Trump moved into the White House as the First Lady of the United States, she was thrust into a world of intense public scrutiny, high-profile engagements, and, of course, carefully curated meals prepared by some of the best chefs in the country. But despite the luxurious and meticulously planned menus, there was one food she absolutely refused to eat during her time in the White House. Melania, known for her elegant and private nature, has always maintained a disciplined lifestyle, including a strict approach to her diet. Unlike her husband, former President Donald Trump, who is famous for his love of fast food, Melania prefers a clean, nutritious, and balanced diet. She has often spoken about her love for fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins, which contribute to her radiant appearance and overall health. However, one particular food item never made it onto her plate, no matter how it was prepared. That food? Mushrooms. Yes, despite the countless gourmet dishes prepared in the White House kitchen, Melania Trump has a strong aversion to mushrooms and refused to eat them in any form during her tenure as First Lady. This revelation might come as a surprise, given that mushrooms are often featured in fine dining experiences, but for Melania, it was a firm no. This isn't an unusual preference. Many people dislike mushrooms due to their unique texture and earthy flavor. However, in a setting like the White House, where top-tier chefs are accustomed to preparing intricate meals for state dinners and diplomatic events, avoiding a common ingredient like mushrooms requires special adjustments. The White House kitchen is known for accommodating dietary preferences, especially for the first family. Executive chefs work closely with their staff to ensure every meal aligns with the tastes and needs of the President, the First Lady, and their guests. In Melania's case, this meant crafting elegant meals that never included mushrooms, even in dishes where they are commonly used, such as sauces, soups, and gourmet entrees. Melania's diet has always been a topic of interest, especially given the stark contrast between her food choices and those of her husband. While Donald Trump is known for indulging in burgers, fried chicken, and Diet Coke, Melania takes a much different approach. She reportedly starts her day with a nutrient-packed smoothie or a bowl of oatmeal, followed by light yet nourishing meals throughout the day. Her disciplined eating habits are part of a larger wellness routine that includes regular workouts and skincare regimens. Despite her aversion to mushrooms, Melania has shown appreciation for various cuisines. As First Lady, she hosted numerous state dinners featuring diverse menus that reflected the cultures of visiting dignitaries. While she may have personally avoided mushrooms, they were likely still served at official events when appropriate, ensuring that guests enjoyed a well-rounded dining experience. Her dislike of mushrooms isn't the only interesting fact about her dietary habits. In interviews and public appearances, Melania has expressed her love for homemade chicken parmigiana, salmon, and fresh salads. She also enjoys indulging in occasional sweets, favoring dark chocolate over other desserts. However, her overall approach to food remains disciplined and health-conscious. Melania's food preferences also played a role in shaping the meals served to her son, Baron Trump. As a mother, she has always prioritized healthy eating for her child, encouraging a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins. While Baron's personal food choices haven't been widely discussed, it's likely that Melania's influence played a role in his dietary habits. The White House kitchen staff, accustomed to meeting the demands of various administrations, adapted to Melania's dietary preferences with ease. Chefs are used to accommodating different palates, whether it's a personal preference or a dietary restriction. From the Obamas to the Bushes to the Clintons, every first family has had unique tastes that shape the menus of their time in office. When it comes to personal food preferences, everyone has their own likes and dislikes, and Melania Trump is no exception. But her aversion to mushrooms is particularly interesting given the level of luxury and gourmet cuisine available in the White House. Unlike the average household where avoiding a certain food is as simple as not buying it, the White House is a place where meals are carefully planned, often with diplomatic and cultural significance in mind. For the First Lady to completely avoid mushrooms, despite their prevalence in fine dining, shows just how particular she was about her diet. It's worth noting that food preferences can sometimes be shaped by cultural influences and upbringing. Melania, who was born and raised in Slovenia, grew up with a diet that included traditional Eastern European foods like soups, stews, and hearty dishes. However, mushrooms are a common ingredient in many Slovenian recipes, making her aversion even more surprising. Whether her dislike of mushrooms developed early in life or later as an adult remains unclear. But one thing is certain. She made sure they never appeared on her plate during her time in the White House. This level of control over meals isn't uncommon for First Ladies. Each administration brings its own dietary preferences and restrictions, often influencing the overall food culture in the White House. For instance, Michelle Obama was well known for her emphasis on healthy eating and fresh, locally sourced foods, even planting a vegetable garden on the South Lawn. Laura Bush preferred simple, classic American dishes and was known to enjoy Tex-Mex cuisine. Every First Lady leaves her own mark on White House dining, and for Melania, that meant a strict avoidance of mushrooms. Interestingly, food aversions can be linked to a variety of factors, including taste, texture, and even psychological associations. Some people dislike mushrooms because of their earthy, sometimes rubbery texture, while others may have had a negative experience with them in childhood. There's even a phenomenon called super tasting, where certain individuals are genetically predisposed to be more sensitive to specific flavors. Whether Melania's aversion is due to taste, texture, or personal experience, she remained firm in her decision to avoid mushrooms throughout her time as First Lady. Beyond her personal diet, Melania's approach to food extended to how meals were prepared for official White House events. As the hostess for state dinners, she worked closely with White House chefs to craft menus that represented both American culture and the traditions of visiting foreign leaders. These events required careful planning, with every dish selected to balance flavors, cultural significance, and presentation. Despite her personal dislike for mushrooms, they may have still been included in some meals served to guests, though never in anything meant specifically for her. Her preference for clean eating also meant that her meals were often simple yet elegant. Reports from those familiar with the White House kitchen suggest that Melania favored dishes like grilled fish, quinoa salads, and Mediterranean-style meals rich in olive oil, vegetables, and lean protein. She avoided overly processed foods and was known to encourage a well-balanced diet for her family as well. Even outside the White House, Melania's lifestyle has always reflected a commitment to health and wellness. Before becoming First Lady, she worked as a fashion model, a profession that often demands strict dietary discipline. Maintaining a healthy and fit appearance has long been a priority for her, and her avoidance of mushrooms is just one small piece of her overall approach to nutrition. While some might find it surprising that a First Lady would go to such lengths, to avoid a single ingredient, it's not unusual for people in high-profile positions to be particular about their diets. Celebrities, politicians, and public figures often have specific dietary restrictions that they adhere to, whether for health reasons, personal preference, or cultural background. In Melania Trump's case, her decision to avoid mushrooms wasn't just a passing preference, it was a firm stance that the White House kitchen staff respected and accommodated throughout her tenure as First Lady. Food aversions, especially among public figures, can sometimes become the subject of fascination because they humanize individuals who are often seen as distant or larger than life. Melania, despite her poised and private nature, is no different. Her strong dislike of mushrooms is something that many people can relate to. After all, almost everyone has at least one food they refuse to eat, no matter how it's prepared. But could there be more to her aversion than just taste? Some reports suggest that Melania's disciplined approach to food goes beyond simple preferences. She is known to be highly conscious of what she eats, carefully selecting meals that align with her wellness goals. Mushrooms, while nutritious, have a distinct texture and earthy flavor that can be off-putting to some. Additionally, certain types of mushrooms have a strong umami taste that might not appeal to her palate. Given her preference for light, clean, and fresh foods, it's possible that mushrooms simply didn't fit into the type of diet she prefers. The White House kitchen, which serves not just the First Family but also staff members, guests, and dignitaries, operates with precision and flexibility. Former White House chefs have spoken about how meals are customized to the preferences of the President and First Lady, ensuring that every dish aligns with their tastes. If Melania was adamant about avoiding mushrooms, you can be sure that they never made it onto her plate, whether at casual meals with her family or formal state dinners. This level of attention to detail isn't unusual in high-profile settings. Other First Ladies have had their own dietary rules that shaped White House cuisine. For example, Jackie Kennedy was known for her love of French cuisine and often requested elegant, light dishes. Hillary Clinton, during her time as First Lady, was said to enjoy spicy foods and Tex-Mex flavors. Each First Family leaves a mark on the White House menu, influencing everything from daily meals to official banquets. Interestingly, Melania's aversion to mushrooms also sets her apart from many chefs and food enthusiasts who praise mushrooms for their versatility and health benefits. Mushrooms are rich in vitamins, antioxidants, and even have immune-boosting properties. Many gourmet dishes feature mushrooms as a key ingredient, from truffle-infused pastas to creamy mushroom soups. But no matter how they were prepared, grilled, sautéed, or even hidden in a sauce, Melania made it clear that they were not welcome on her plate. Her disciplined eating habits didn't just stop at avoiding mushrooms. It's well known that Melania follows a relatively strict diet, favoring organic foods and avoiding excessive sugar and processed ingredients. Even when she indulges, she tends to choose high-quality foods, such as dark chocolate instead of milk chocolate. This level of self-discipline likely contributed to her ability to maintain a consistently polished and healthy image throughout her time in the public eye. Even after leaving the White House, Melania's diet and lifestyle choices continue to be a point of curiosity. While she has stepped away from the political spotlight and maintains a private life, her approach to food has likely remained unchanged. Whether dining at a high-end restaurant, preparing meals at home, or traveling, she continues to prioritize a clean, health-conscious diet. And one thing is certain: no matter where she eats, mushrooms are never on the menu. This small but telling detail about Melania Trump serves as a reminder that even the most high-profile figures have personal quirks and preferences. Whether it's a celebrity, a world leader, or a former First Lady, food choices can reveal a lot about a person's lifestyle, habits, and even personality. For Melania, the rejection of mushrooms is just one of many ways she maintains control over her carefully curated life. So now that you know about Melania Trump's surprising food aversion, we want to hear from you. Do you have a food you absolutely refuse to eat, no matter how it's prepared? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.